Baby Jolly and some other people. And so I asked Announcer if it would be alright if I came and just share some words of encouragement with you guys and a little bit of motivation. Is that alright with you guys?
Yeah.
And so, you know, my mentor Les Brown, he's always saying that one of the reasons why people aren't successful in life isn't because they aim too high and miss, but it's because they aim too low and hit. And when I heard that, I said, wow, that's amazing. And that has to deal with mindset, right? And so when I was younger, I struggled with that a lot, me personally, because I was born with a neurological disease called spinal muscular atrophy. And so what that does is the older I get, the weaker my muscles get. And so you can imagine growing up as a child and a young adult, the struggles that I had to go through. And so the doctors told me that by the age of 15, I'd end up in a wheelchair. But guess what? That didn't happen until I was 22 years old. And you want to know why? Because I've always been a fighter. We got any fighters in the room? Raise your hand. Right? And so keep on fighting, because no matter what the situation is or what the struggle is, you need to keep on fighting and never give up. You see, we're talking about mindset, and so when we talk about mindset, it's about what we're thinking, right? And so every morning when I wake up, my wife or my children, they have to get me dressed in the bed just to be able to get into the wheelchair and get to work every single day. And you guys see me here every day, pretty much, right?
Yeah.
And so, you know, it's up to you know, once my kids or my wife put me in that wheelchair, it's up to me to lift myself up mentally, right? We're talking about mindset. So every morning I have to mentally prepare myself to be in this wheelchair for 15, 16, sometimes 17 hours per day, just so that I can live somewhat of a normal life. So the same way I depend on them to put me in this wheelchair, they depended on me to get to work and go back home and bring home the bacon every day, right? My wife wouldn't be happy if I'm not bringing home the bacon, right? And so, you know, it's up to me to mentally lift myself up. And so I tell myself every morning that I have to wake up, show up, and never give up. And that's what I want you guys to do throughout today and throughout the rest of your lives. Just think about waking up, showing up, and never giving up. Because that's critical to being successful in life. And so what my wife and I did, we started this company called Indispensable Now. Not indispensable tomorrow, not indispensable next week or next month, or even next year, but indispensable right now. And when we hear that word indispensable in today's society, we normally hear it like as a negative, right? Like, nobody's indispensable, right? If they're not doing a good job, we'll get rid of you and bring somebody else in, right? And when I was young, I used to feel like that. I used to feel undervalued, underappreciated, right? And sometimes you feel like that. Anybody ever felt like that?
Yes.
Right? You feel like that sometimes. And so I used to feel undervalued, underappreciated. And so when you hear indispensable, you hear it in a negative way. But I'm here to tell you today that you are indispensable. Your title or your position may not be indispensable. But you as individuals, we're all indispensable because we all have our own skills, our own talents, and our own gifts that we're able to bring to the table. When we come to work, we have our own skill sets that we bring to the table. And that right there in itself is what makes us, is what makes all of us indispensable. That we all have something different that we can bring to the table and we can become successful, right? That whatever we have and what we bring to the table is what helps Liberty Power become Liberty Power, right? Because without any of us, there is no Liberty Power, right? There is no Verizon. There is no DirecTV. There is no Dish Network. There is no T-Mobile, right? Yeah. It's all of us, people like us who wake up and show up and never give up every day on a daily basis that make this world go round, right? And so I want to encourage you and I want you to understand that you are indispensable. And like I said, when I was younger, I didn't feel those things. I felt the opposite. I felt insignificant and I felt worthless and underappreciated because of this wheelchair. But I made up my mind. At some point, I made up my mind, and it was when I was in my early 20s, and I said, you know what, if this is the way I have to live for right now, I'm going to make the rest of my life the best of my life. And I made a decision, and I said to myself, this wheelchair isn't going to define me. This wheelchair isn't going to dictate my destiny, and it's not going to, and it's not going to hold me back from doing what I've been called to do, what my purpose is in life, right? Amen. And so we all have a purpose and there's a plan for each and every one of us. That's why we're here. That's why this company is so great. And so I only have a little bit of time. I promised the announcer that I wouldn't spend that much time, but I just want to share a quick little story with you that I thought was amazing. And so my wife and my children, we like to go traveling, right? Everybody has their own little thing, right? So we like to travel. And everywhere we travel, sometimes we travel to different islands or countries that aren't handicap accessible. So I have to sometimes sit back and just watch my family have fun. And I'm not able to participate. I'm not able to participate with them. But I've learned to be content I've learned to be content with that. You know, I've learned to be content with just watching them, because there's nothing that brings more joy to my life than watching my family, my children, and my wife just smiling, laughing, and having fun. So even if I have to do that from a distance, I'm okay with that. But we went to the island of Jamaica, right? You know, we got a lot of Jamaicans in here. And we went to the Duns River Falls. Anybody ever been there before?
Yep.
Right? And so I went to the Duns River Falls, and I'm the type that I'm real analytical. Everywhere I go, I'm always analyzing everything and watching, because I'm always trying to turn something into a positive story, right? And so when I was over there, I was sitting back, and I'm at this little observatory deck, which is maybe about the size from that table to this table. And I'm watching my family go out, right? And if you've ever been there, you know that when you start at the Duns River Falls, you have to start at the bottom, right? And you have to climb to the top.
All the way to the top.
All the way to the top, right? All the way up. And so what I found so profound was that I didn't see anybody climbing by themselves. I didn't see anybody climbing by themselves.
Everyone helping each other.
Everybody was locked arms, right? Locked arms helping everybody up. And the only time somebody was looking back and looking down at somebody was when they were pulling them up. Right? And so I thought to myself, wow, how amazing is that? If even if in life in general, the only time we turn around to look down at somebody is if we're looking down to pull them up, right? And so again, I thought about that has to deal with mindset, right? That top level mindset, that top level achiever mindset, right? Everybody getting to the top. And so when I was talking to Ananta, I asked her if I could have a few moments, I was thinking about, wow, that fits so perfect with Liberty Power, because what's Liberty Power slogan?
Together.
Powerful together, right? Powerful together. So I was like, wow, that's so awesome. So I brought that story in, and the motive of the story obviously is powerful together, right? Everybody starting at the bottom, and everybody trying to get to the top, but not by themselves, together as a team. So I thought that I would bring that word of encouragement to you guys that no matter what you're doing in life, if you can work together as a team and help each other out and help and make sure everybody gets to the top, this world will be a totally different place, right? And so with that being said, I like to do this before I end any of my speeches. And since I'm not able to stand up, I would like everybody in the room to stand up.
Okay, real quick.
Yeah. Just stand up real quick. And I'm going to have you repeat something after me, because after these two words that I'm going to have you repeat, everything that you put or anything that you put after these two words is what's going to really shape your reality from this point going forward and for the rest of your life. So I want you guys to repeat after me. You ready? I want you to say, I am here.
I am here.
Come on, man. I want you guys to say, believe in yourselves. Come on, say it with some passion and
I am
conviction.
here.
Say, I am here.
I am here.
Because I am.
Because I am
Indispensable.
indispensable.
And so real quick, I want you guys to lock arms. We're going to do it.
Work together. We're indispensable together.
That's right. And we're going to do it like we had the Duns River Falls. And
that falls.
I want you to say, I am here.
I am here.
I'm sorry. I want you to say, we are here.
We are here.
Because we are.
Indispensable.
Powerful together.
Powerful together.
Ladies and gentlemen, that's my time.
Thank
Give it
you.
up